I leave this planet, I leave this body with this stuff, and I have to do it. I can't start Brahms third or any of these things without feeling what I think I'm supposed to say. And in Brahms it's always difficult because it's sad. Mm-hmm. And in Mahler it's always difficult because he always, at the end of the ninth is the only time I know where he allows himself to die, or imagine what it's like to die in peace. And he spent his entire 53 years of his life being so scared of the annihilation of death, because he's opened a Pandora's box of trying to analyze, intellectualize death, which he can't do. So all of his symphonies, one after the other, they fail. Mm-hmm. And I have to start a symphony.
They fail?
They fail.
In doing what?
Because otherwise he doesn't need to write the next symphony.
Okay, I got it.
So,
okay.
Here we go.
Yes,
We spend 1.5 hours going in Mahler second, going auferstehen. So he believes that he's on D major. So he believes he's going to try Klopstock, and he's going to say, I believe. Mm-hmm. And that's, if I say it loud enough, it's going to get rid of all the fear I have of dying. So it's a huge, great symphony, and the end, we're all, most of people, one of their favorite Mahler symphonies, maybe because of that ending. But I know that that's a rising fourth, which is not the same, but it's a rising fourth, which has a sort of meaning, but something that all these composers use about these notes, which is why contemporary music is so great, because it reduces us to listen to note after note after note and get the information from the note, not from a bar, not from a phrase, not from a whole thing. But I know I've sweated it out all over the place, but I know the next symphony is going. So he starts the third one, which is so this one is rising up.
Yes.
A fourth, same fourth, but now a descending.
Yes.
So it goes in on itself, and the allegory of that is the second symphony is about pure belief.
Resurrection.
And the third symphony is there's no God at all. It's only us. Well, that's not quite true. It depends how much you don't ever believe what Mahler wrote about his own pieces. It's not true.
Yeah.
But I know that immediately pulls me back into a whole world. I'm fighting myself to make a reason for my own existence. And I start Mahler 2 knowing that there's a Mahler 3. And I know there's a Mahler 4, which is it's a sick joke. It's horrible. It's a horribly, it's so clever, but it's very clever. So he will, if you want to have a lovely time in Mahler 4, you will have a lovely time. And if you're like me, who just reads too much into this stuff, I've looked at it for hours and hours of my life, it's distressing. Then Mahler 5, fair enough, caught the fire. No, Mahler 5 is an interesting one, because you end up by going, well, it's the bassoon, isn't it? How does this start? We go. Yeah. Yes, all right. So that's a song in the last movement. I know, you may know that that's a quotation from a Wunderhorn song. This Wunderhorn song is talking about the donkey judging who sings better, the cuckoo or the nightingale. And it's clear that they both sing, and the donkey says, well, you nightingale, I mean, it's all lovely, it's all very clever, all this stuff, but I really love cuckoo, it's a cuckoo, you've won. And why does Mahler put that there? And Mahler puts that there because he's saying sorry to Alma, because Alma was a composer too, and he's forbidden them to be two composers in the same marriage.
So it has nothing to do with birds and nature?
Not at all. Do you think, I said to a young conductor once, do you think Mahler is interested in what the flowers tell him? Stop talking to the audience, it's about what the flowers tell you. Nothing at all. But this, that's 4 notes rising down in D major. But that's not the same as... We got dum da 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 yum ba da dum bum. Eventually, we want to go. We want to go home, and only in the last two bars the trumpets go. And then something like that. They repeat the whole scale. So I know that if I'm reading this symphony correctly, I'm never there. I'm never there. I'm nearly there. No, I'm never there.
Yeah.
And I spend 1 hour.
So maybe you should conduct them all, you know,
Yes.
all day.
How
you know,
do I
that maybe that's.
How do I share with you all
Yes.
all of this knowledge?
Yes.